Hello there and welcome to the channel. Thank you for stopping by. I'm Danny with Make Ready, Competitive Shooter's Journey, and I've got my friend Buck here with me.
With Tactical Weapon Combat Ready.
We're doing a comparison today. This is, Buck, this is the most common comparison I'm seeing out there.
And it's odd.
Yeah, it's a weird one. This is the Kimber 2k11.
Right here.
And this is the Sig P211 GTO. This is really commonly being compared out there online. Everybody asking, how does it compare to the Kimber, or how does that compare to the Sig? And they're a very different gun, but we're gonna compare these two. We're gonna dive in a little bit, have a kind of a detailed look at how they're made, how they shoot, and give you a real comparison side by side. So let's get into it. Shooter, make ready. Are you ready? Stand by. So, why are people comparing these two guns, Buck?
I think, so they're both technically 2011s.
Okay.
This is a little bit further from a 2011 because it takes the P320 magazine.
320 mags, yep.
Okay, so that's like the only thing that differs it.
It's a little more non-traditional, yeah. It's Sig's take on a 2011.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the price points are similar.
I think that's the primary thing is, you know, these are coming in the low twos, right? Yep. And so mid to low twos, and I think that's really what people are looking at. Look, if I'm going to buy a 2011 and I'm willing to spend this amount of money, here are the big hot options on the market right now. And I think that's really the only reason these two guns get set up side by side.
Yeah, because after that, I mean, because this has the built-in comp, some people call it an island comp, fixed sight comp, whatever it is with the staccato. So this one has an added upgrade automatically to it. So that's where I think, at least for me, that's where I'm kind of like, it's odd to compare these two because they're different in that regard. So why not compare this with a different 2011? But
yeah, if you're looking at staccatos, right, and because they're the kind of the original 2011.
Yep.
This is more in comparison with the staccato P, right? And this would be more of a comparison with the staccato XC.
Correct. Yeah.
So very different guns, but again, right in the same price point. So let's talk just a minute from my end, from a competitive shooter standpoint. This is the reason this is an odd comparison. In competitive shooting, the moment you add a comp to a gun, you shift up to open, which is the category where you're competing against the guys that have those race guns that are all built out with their sight doesn't move. It's you know, it's on a mount up off the slide, so it doesn't move at all. It doesn't reciprocate.
Like there's no more rules on what kind of gun you can bring to the game now.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's, you know, it's run what you brung, you know what I mean? And that's cool. So as a competitive shooter, I'm jumping straight into the open category with this gun. Now, in the leagues that I shoot in, which I just tapped my mic, sorry about the bumps there. In the leagues that I shoot in, that's fine for me where I'm at right now. I shoot a local steel competition and I shoot against open guys, but I'm not at the level where most of the guys are spending $8,000 to $10,000, $12,000 on their gun. So I'm competing just fine at that level here. I also run PCSL, which again, this is a fine handgun for that. I've got no issue there with that handgun. So there's no problem there for me at all. So for me, this being my competition gun, this is perfectly fine. Where the Kimber is dramatically different is the Kimber, it would fit into a different category, limited optics, or even carry optics if you removed the mag well that's on there. So you can put this into a whole different category, and these two guns in most USPSA competitions, these two guns wouldn't be competing against each other. So from a competitive shooter's perspective, they're totally different categories of firearm.
As a competitive shooter standpoint, that's where, I mean, and this is kind of, when we think about open, this is going to be on the low end of open when you compare it to a $10,000 competition speed gun.
Right.
But as a defensive pistol, which one of these is going to shoot flatter, you think?
This one's definitely going to shoot flatter. That comp makes a difference. Now, the Kimber is an amazing gun for a 2011, especially for the money.
Yeah.
Buttery smooth.
I feel like the slide on this is smoother.
It might be.
Try it out. Yeah. Ooh, So this one feels lighter, but it doesn't feel as smooth.
Yeah. Kimber made a heck of a gun here with the 2K11. It's not only is it a good looking gun, which it is.
Yeah.
They went out and put really good grips on it. They're grippy. I don't feel the need on this one to put grip tape on it. Like I did.
Hold on. You're saying that the grip is grippy?
The grip is grippy.
Good.
Shocking.
That's exactly what I want.
That's what I want. Yep. But so many times, especially on 2011s, there's just not a good. You don't get it. And even on this one, you can see I added grip tape because I wanted a little bit more purchase on the gun. But I really like these grips.
Like a rubber?
Yeah, it's
something.
And I think, and reading on it, they're like Kevlar infused or whatever their marketing is on it. Yeah, I can't think of the name of the company. They outsourced these, and the grips on them are fantastic. Yeah. The gun shoots flat for a 2011. It does shoot really smooth. Their reciprocation is awesome. They've got a really cool takedown design here on the oh, dadgummit.
Recoil spring?
Yeah, what's the guide rod? Thank you. Every now and then the brain does things. So the guide rod here, it's got a really unique takedown, so you can get the gun apart really easy without tools or anything. So if you have to take it out in the field, you can. Now, for a little bit of flexibility, there's some cool things coming for the Sig.
Oh, really?
So I was contacted by Fdez Works, and they are actually making a solid barrel end here, so like a plug. It's just you replace the whole thing. So this whole thing comes off here, and it basically an island block that would go on there. A lot of them say it's a sight block, but the problem is the sight's back behind that, so it's not really what that is.
Yeah, the XC, the staccato XC is the only one where the sight is actually fixed on.
Yeah, so essentially what they're calling it at Fdez Works is it's a comp delete. Okay, that's what they're calling it. Now, what that does, and I'm excited to get my hands on that. I'm curious to see how that little bit of extra weight, how that's going to recoil differently from having the comp. Obviously, I expect it to be more of a recoiling situation.
It's going to add weight onto the front. Is that going to keep you in open still, or does that drop you down?
That would drop you. That would have the ability to run it in limited. So, but limited would probably be where I run that gun if I decide to do that. So as I progress, right now I'm a C-level open shooter. So I'm not competing with the big dogs yet. And I'm not near the level I am with my PCC. But if I want to swap categories and move from open down to limited, that's going to give me the flexibility with this gun to bounce between categories a little bit.
And then that would be beneficial. That way you're using the exact same pistol.
Yep.
And then when you're like, you know what, I'm ready to move back up to open, or I want to move down to limited, you can do it, and you keep the same exact setup.
Yeah. If I'm going to a competition, I want to run limited, but then I'm running a PCSL competition a couple weekends from then, I can drop the comp back on there because it doesn't matter. There's no real category change there. So it's a lot of flexibility with that one, which I really like. But I will say I did have an issue with the Sig with that plastic reverse plug that they've got in there, which is silly. It's the only Achilles heel on this gun. Other than that, this is my favorite gun that I've ever shot. I love this thing.
And everything else on here just seems so well built.
Yeah.
I don't know who was in charge of that.
That one tiny thing, one thing makes me say, honestly, I think the build quality of the Kimber's a little bit better. But just because of that one part.
Yeah.
The tolerances feel a little tighter. It just on this one, there is one place where there's a complaint, which is on this release here. Wiggle that.
Yeah.
That sits loose. It's on all of them that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect me at all because I don't use that. I wouldn't even have noticed it if somebody didn't point it out. And there's no wiggle on any part of the Kimber. So
now, does that have an ambidextrous?
It does not.
See, what other 2011 has the ambidextrous slide lock release?
You're asking a good question.
Because I haven't seen it on it. Maybe there is one, but this is kind of a new design, new feature.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what's making that a little bit wiggly. It's just one of those things. It's like, oh, that's kind of weird. But it doesn't affect the shooting of the gun at all. Just something to point out.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I mean, so you're feeling like manufacture-wise, this seems like a higher quality build, just by a little bit, mainly because of the plug.
Yep.
So,
and it's, I don't know, this is more of a traditional 1911, 2011 look.
Yeah.
This is a very non-traditional 19 or 2011 gun, right? So if you're looking for a 2011 and that's what you want, this is this I would say is a true 2011 competitor here. This is a little bit outside of that, but let's run them a little bit. See how they shoot.
Let's see which one is the better shooter.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, Kimber 2k11. You want to finish this mag, or do we
sure?
Safety's on.
Okay.
I can tell the difference between the snappiness.
Yeah, right away. Yeah, you can tell your follow-up shots were rising high, right? So with the other one, you were stacking those bolts on top of each other. These were rising a little bit. Okay. Get that one out. Cool.
All right, so now we have the GTO P211, and then again, this does take the P320 magazine versus the 2011 style magazine.
Right.
All right. Yeah, you can feel a difference for sure.
Yeah. So I'd say if you're just looking at a straight comparison, if you're not a competitive shooter and you're just looking for which one of these guns shoots softer and flatter and frankly is a little bit more fun to shoot, this one, for sure. Other than that, that's kind of where the comparison stops. From there, this is a heavier gun.
That's true.
So the weight has something to do with that, but this comp, like, there's no denying it makes a massive difference. It really does. This one, you could not describe this gun as snappy.
Yeah.
There's just no snappiness to it. It's yes, your dot moves, but by the time you're pulling the trigger, it never leaves the window.
Yeah.
Never. And it goes right back to zero as fast as you can keep up.
Very, very easy to maintain a point and shoot that just stays on it. This one is coming off a little bit more, and like you said, when I was shooting it, my hits, I'd get a good first hit. My second one would be high because, I mean, we were just running this earlier.
Sure.
And so I was used to coming back onto target faster and better. But, I mean, not that this wasn't accurate and I wasn't good with it.
Yeah.
That one was a little bit better.
You want to run this next to a Glock?
Oh,
yeah.
Shoot, yeah.
This is going to be way better, right? But when you're comparing it to a comped 2011 heavy gun, this is going to be the softer, more comfortable, fun gun to shoot that you can run pretty quick.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's a little bit like a cheat code. You can run this gun fast, and it runs flat, and you can feel a little bit like PewView.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
You need to switch sides with me here real quick.
Okay.
Because you're up on the mound, and now I feel like everybody thinks that you're a giant.
I am bigger than you. What are you?
He is taller than me by like an inch or two. 6'2", what are you?
6'4".
Okay, so he's 2 inches tall. But now he was on the mound. I felt like this.
Like making videos with a little kid. Got it. Okay, cool.
All right. Yeah, so
that's it.
Both of them are good shooting. They both have different qualities, but this one has basically everything this has, plus the comp. And then something, when we're looking at price, you may be able to save a couple $100 on this, depending on the model.
Which one you buy? Yep. This is the Target model, I think, is what this one was, and I think there were $100 difference.
Okay. Yep. So $100 difference. You get the comp, and I will also say the P320 magazines are cheaper generally than the 2011 magazines. So if you're like, I want to get 5 additional magazines, saving a couple or like $100 on this. May go down the drain once you start buying magazines.
And look, if you are, or maybe were, a 320 guy, and you've got a bunch of these things laying around, found money, right? Like, because you're not having to buy mags for your new gun. So I think that's a smart move by Sig to kind of keep those mags in the family. Now, one other application. This is a Series 80 trigger, which means it's drop safe and it's kind of considered a carry capable trigger, right? So it's a Series 70 trigger, so it's not the same. But if I was to pick one of these to everyday carry, I would probably carry the Kimber.
Yeah.
Now
because
the reason
like
is
the 70s trigger?
Well, no, it's the weight.
There is a difference in weight. I was just thinking about that earlier, where I was just having appendix carry. This one feels relatively comfortable.
This is a chunk of steel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is a
an
lot to carry.
aluminum lower frame, aluminum frame. Is that what this is all through? Because I know that's steel.
I honestly, I don't know what that's made of.
The grip is aluminum, but the frame itself was steel.
Yeah.
So I wonder, because it does feel lighter.
Yeah, it's a light gun, and for the weight to recoil ratio on this thing is really good, actually. But this would be a lot to carry in your pants.
It would be.
Yeah, it'd be a problem for some of us. There we go.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, really, pick your poison. This one shoots a little bit better, $100 more. This one has qualities to it, a little bit lighter, a little bit cheaper. If you already have the 2011 magazines, okay.
There you go. You already have a bunch of 320 magazines. That might, honestly, that's enough that you can spend enough on a budget on just magazines to kind of make the wife say, hey, why aren't we going out to dinner this month?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could drop $500 on magazines and still be thinking, maybe I need a couple more.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, both of them great quality for the most part, excluding the plug, which sounds like that might be getting fixed.
There's solutions coming,
party or possibly by Sig. We don't know.
We'll see.
But yeah, both of them are great.
Good guns. I'm happy with both of them.
Yeah, aesthetically, they both look good. I think the Kimber does look a little bit more classier. Stylish.
Yeah, a little classier.
Like, with the cuts, the grooves, everything like that, I think it looks a little bit prettier.
Yep.
But I mean, shooting wise, that one's going to be a little bit better.
There we go. There's your comparison. Thank you for stopping by. Like, subscribe, and get out on the range. We'll see you out there. Thanks, guys.